Welcome to the We Are Watch channel. One half of the team, Jay Schumann. I got my partner
I am Shaq.
here with me. And today, before we get into the specifics of this video, my brother, I just want to understand physically and mentally how you feeling.
Mentally, I'm good. I'm probably at an 8 out of 10. I'm good. And physically, I'm probably 9 out of 10. So I'm here. I'm good.
Appreciate that. Physically, I'm not where I want to be. I know I need to ramp it up a little bit. Wasn't able to get in the gym and do some physical activity as I wanted to, but another day God give me, I'm gonna ramp it up and become my best self. Mentally, I feel like I'm focused and I'm sharp. We are why family. We want to hear from y'all. Share down in the comments. Tell us how you feeling physically and mentally. Our word of the day is impetus. Impetus is a driving force. A driving force to become a better mother, a better father, become better spiritually, physically, emotionally, financially. And it's crazy because it kind of correlates with our topic today, chasing the check or chasing freedom. So what is your driving force? Is it chasing the check or is chasing freedom? My brother, what side of the coin you on? Are you chasing the check or are you chasing freedom? The floor is yours.
Wow. Chasing the check or chasing freedom. First of all, before I get started, good word of the day. Driving force. I think everybody need a driving force. I think in life, with everything that's going on, far as working, far as inflation, far as gas prices going up, far as foods are going up in the stores, everybody need that driving force, that extra push to not give up. So I'm gonna write that down. That's a good word of the day. That's something that I didn't even know. You must have did your research on that because I think we all need a driving force. But chasing a check or chasing freedom, the only thing that comes to my mind when I hear that topic is it makes me think about a question. That question completely is financial freedom even is a real thing? If it even is a real thing, because we live in a world now where people are here destroying their lives. Now, I got to be careful when I say this, and I want to break it down to contents because when you talk about chasing a check or chasing freedom, where I'm at, I view freedom as a whole different, another category when breaking down on how to chase the check. So let me break it down. I first think that people needs to learn and understand the importance of what the definition of freedom is. And really, to me, freedom is basically the ability to walk, jump, laugh, run, sing, dance, think, as long as you want, without anyone or anything holding you back. But the problem is when you talk about chasing a check or chasing freedom, 72% of the working class. Now, I'm not talking about the rich or the wealthy. I'm talking to the working class people. 72% of the working class people, right? They don't own nothing. We don't own nothing. So all they care about is work, 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 work. And it's funny you say that because all they're getting in return is hurt, 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 hurt. We have saw that money chasing the bag, chasing the check. That ain't did nothing but cause marriages to break up. It has caused households to break up. It has caused strokes, stress, depression, heart attack. I mean, for me, and when I say that they're gonna get hurt, they're gonna be hurt mentally, physically, emotionally, and most importantly, financially. Meaning, now I'm not saying don't make your money, don't chase that bag. I'm saying chase the bag, right? Speaking to the working class people, chase your bag, but also put it in a place where the money can work for you. See, money, I was at a seminar one time, man, and I was in there with some very wealthy people. And a guy said, he told me, he pulled me to the side. He said, money is like a relationship. He said, if you respect it, it will respect you. Money's supposed to circulate. So if money's supposed to circulate, right? If it's supposed to circulate, why is it circulate to heart attacks, circulating our bodies to depression, stress, anxieties? So many things. People out here busting their butt chasing a check. And all they do for year after year, month after month, season after season, month after month, day after day, all they out here doing is chasing that check. That's all they doing, right? But what I will argue and say is they gotta stop playing themselves and start pacing themselves. I think if people pace themselves with information, with knowledge, like I said, there's nothing wrong with chasing that bag. You need to stop chasing that bag, right? And let the bag chase you, right? Let me say that again. I'm sorry. You need to don't chase the bag, right? You need to don't chase the bag because money don't change you, it changes the people around you. And we all know money don't bring happiness. So the question is chasing the check comes down to financial happiness or does it come down to financial stress? I mean, that's my viewpoint on chasing the check. I think so many people out here destroying their lives, but the solution is stop chasing the check. You need to chase people. You need to chase information. You need to chase knowledge. You need to chase information. And the more and more you chase that, then you will have freedom. But the problem is we ain't free, bro. We ain't free. So that's my view on chasing the check
So
versus chasing freedom.
so it seems like you're on the coin of chasing freedom, right? You chasing freedom. You
Absolutely.
chasing information, but you chasing freedom.
Absolutely.
Okay. I agree with you with that. My ultimate goal is I'm chasing freedom. I like how you define freedom. My definition of freedom is having the ability to do what you want, when you want, how you want, without being micromanaged. But when we talk about freedom, we have to put in a stage. Just as kids, when we first came into this world, we was infants. Then we transform into to a child. From a child, we went to a teenager to an adult. We was in stages. Now, as far as with chasing check and chasing freedom, I put it in stages. Right now, currently, I'm chasing the check, but I'm gonna put parameters around it. When I say chasing the check, I'm not talking about chasing the check and working double time and overtime. And maybe some people work triples. I'm not talking about that. What I'm saying is when you chasing the check, it's working in the confines of your time schedule. So if you have a job that's from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. and they paying you a certain amount, let's just say $18.50, and another opportunity arise where it's the same schedule from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. You probably getting paid a couple of dollars extra, probably about $21.50 an hour. I'm gonna jump to the opportunity because this how I feel. This how I feel. No one is gonna give you anything in this world. You have to passionately go and get it. No one is gonna give you any money. No one is gonna drop an opportunity in your lap. You have to chase and go get it. That's the stage that I'm currently in my life. Whereas I'm chasing a check. Now, my ultimate goal is that I'm chasing freedom, but I'm in the stage of chasing checks. I'm 27. I know as far as I have a time limit when the time expired, when I'm 33, 34, I don't want to be chasing a check. Ultimately, I want to be in the position of having freedom. So, and you also brought out that it caused stress, it caused breakups and marriages. That is true. But those people didn't have the structure of having a time schedule from 7 to 4 p.m. That's when I'm working. I'm not working any more, any extra. Because you still have to factor in time with your lady, with your husband, with your kids. Because that's another responsibility. You have to make sure you take care of them. So I mean, but at the end of the day, man, no opportunity is coming to you. You have to go chase the check. And while you chasing the check, you can chase information. You can go chase knowledge, but it's in the confines of your schedule. That's how I feel. But I want you to break down as far as freedom. Like freedom. Break down freedom and why should you chase freedom? Because you have to chase the check. Chasing the check is in the stage before you get the freedom. So break that down to us, my brother.
Before I get started, and I don't have. First of all, I agree with 92% of what you just said.
Okay.
Now the 8% that I disagree with you on, but I want to ask you a question. You said that you in the stage of chasing the check, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so don't encourage the people at home to chase the check and chase freedom because you either can do either or the one, right?
Never say that. What I said was
But I want to ask you, when you talk about chase a check, where are you at freedom and check wise? Like when you say you chasing the check, is you 85% chasing the check and 15% leading toward freedom, or is you 50-50 freedom, 50-50 chasing the check until you get out of the chasing check so you can be 100% freedom? Where are you at that wise before I break down the scenarios on how I feel?
Okay, so currently right now, I'm about 95% I'm chasing the check. I'm chasing the check. Ultimately, like I said before, my ultimate goal is freedom. But I know in order for me to get the freedom, I have to chase the check. You have to chase the check, son. You gotta chase the check.
That's
You
that's
gotta
that.
chase
I
it.
mean, that's true. That's true. But can we agree that tomorrow ain't promised?
Tomorrow is not promised.
Okay, so if tomorrow is not promised, appreciate you answering my question. Isn't it is evident that someone who's chasing the check, as in you mentioned, right?
Yeah.
Because freedom, when you break down freedom, it seems like you real big on time.
Yeah, I'm big on time.
Right.
That's our most valuable commodity.
Right. But we can't keep up with time, my brother.
Disagree.
We can't, there's no such thing as time management, right? There's no such thing as time management. And I want to be very clear when I break it down, right?
Please do.
It is a such thing as time management. However, people don't know the fundamentals of how to buy time or how to not buy time. So let me break that down, right? You got to watch on your finger, right? Ain't time is ticking? Ain't time is ticking? Can we both agree time is ticking, right?
We all got 24 hours in a day. That's what we guaranteed.
Right. So you can buy a watch, but you can't buy time, right? I mean, I'm asking you a question. You can buy a watch, which money, right? With money, answer my question. So with money, can't you buy a watch, right?
You can buy a watch, but you can't buy time. But you can structure your time. You can structure your day.
Okay, so if we can structure our day, and I'm glad that we agree, if we can structure our time or organize our time, right? Can't we agree that money and time don't correlate with each other?
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. No.
So here's my view on freedom. Here's my view on freedom, and here's my view on time. Because I see that you're real big on time. And, time is the most important thing. You can't buy back time. Time is something that you just can't purchase, right? However, when you're in the working field, speaking to the working class people, right? If you're not in a position where you're trying to grow your money like the Waltons, right? If you're not trying to grow your money, somebody like Elon Musk, if you're not trying to be in a position where you have freedom, right? Freedom brings on happiness, right? But if you're working double shifts, triple shifts, something that you said, right? Money don't sleep. When the last time money don't sleep? Anybody can make money while they're awake. But the key is money don't sleep. So if money don't sleep, right? And you're sleeping, but money is still going, you a slave to the lender. You a slave to the labor, right? Because that's all you're doing is working. But what do you get out? That's why I'm telling people, my argument is this. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with chasing a bag. But what I'm saying, we got to stop trying to keep up with an object, right? But once we get that object, that bag of object, which is money, we got to put it in a position where it can grow for us, where when we sleep, it's still growing. Not when we're sleeping, we're not getting that out of the deal. That's all I'm saying. If money don't sleep and we're sleeping, right, we got to wake up. We got to wake up and see our money growing for us. That's what wealthy people do. And that's the only way that we can get in position to be free, right? But until we are, because when I say slave to the lender, somebody is paying you for your time to work on their job, but you're still being controlled by them, right? Because you have to report to work. You don't report to work, you consider as late, right? You if you don't call, you consider as a no call, no show, right? But when are we going to get in position? So it's funny you bring in a word of the day called with the driving force. Well, my word of the day, my argument is this. And like I said, I agree with 96% of what you said, my brother. Don't be a slave to money in your lifestyle. If you're at home, don't be a money to a slave in lifestyle. Realize this, and I got a word of the day. My word of the day is since we talking about freedom, and since we talking about chasing a check, I think people should identify the three F's. I think if more and more people identify the three F's, then I think that will give them a jump start to how to live free versus getting out here chasing a bag and then uh, not promise to see 65 one day. But the first F is foundation, right? All right, we need a foundation. The second F is fundamentals, right?
Gotta know the fundamentals of a business.
And the last F, which I'm chasing, you chasing, which you'll miss, is figures, right? So if we build our foundation, right, now we will have the opportunity to live free, right? If we learn the fundamentals, learn the concepts of time, learn the ability, learn the methods, right, of freedom, then that's the fundamentals. And then we will have the opportunity to live the figures.
Okay. Okay.
That's my take on it, my brother.
All right. Your ultimate goal, my ultimate goal is freedom. As I said, what you said earlier about working double time, overtime. Sometimes people work a triple. I'm not saying that. Like I said, work in the confines of your schedule. Work in the confines of your schedule. Can you repeat those three F's you said? You said, go ahead.
Foundation,
Foundation,
fundamentals,
fundamentals,
and figures.
figures. Okay. Then you brought up the Walden. I have three P's. It's called purpose plus passion equal profit. Purpose plus passion equal profit. And I'm glad that you brought the Waldens up. So what about some time when you have a purpose? Your purpose might be, let's use the Waldens for example. Their purpose probably was to create generational wealth. Their passion probably was to provide services throughout America. But if you have a purpose and you have a passion, it doesn't always equals into profit. So as you said fundamentals plus foundation. So if you have fundamentals and foundation and you have purpose and passion, it's not always going to equal the profit. So the Waldens had a purpose and a passion. Their purpose was to create generational wealth. Their passion was to provide services. But if they're not gaining any revenue, the business will not successfully go on.
But I was using the Walton as an example. I did say that the working class people, right? So I'm speaking to because if you're rich and if you're rich, you're insulated. I'm speaking to the working class people who is out here busting their butt, check the check, who's out here working, check the check, out here chasing the bag, and they getting nothing out of it. That's all I'm saying. That's
No,
all I'm saying.
But
we can do better with that.
I understand that you told them to chase information, correct?
Correct. Chase
Okay.
people. Chase information.
But if you chase information and you chasing people and it doesn't equal the profit, how will you gain revenue? How will you gain revenue?
Others people.
How will you gain revenue? Let's go back to the Waldens. See, we're looking at the finished product of the Waldens. The Waldens had to start from a foundation. They had to start from a foundation. Obviously, if they foundation and they fundamentals, they probably add those two together. But if it didn't equal the profit, you have to chase the check in order to attain freedom. That's if it's small business organizations, CVS, and me and myself and you, and we create a business and we got our passion and we have our purpose, but it's not equaling the profit, we have to gain the revenue to ultimately create freedom, to have the ability to do what we want to, when we want to, how we want to. You have to have purpose plus passion to equal the profit. That's all I'm saying. So when you saying for our chase information, you're right. Chase information, but chasing it in the confidant of your time schedule. Because I believe no one is going to give you anything, Shaq. You leading these people down in the fairy tale world.
I
No
agree.
one is going to give you anything.
I-
You have to go get it.
I agree, my brother. I think that we are both saying the same thing, but I think our level of our level of concept may be different. Cause I agree with everything you're saying with the Waltons. I think it still was a process. Like you said, it's the finish, it's the final product, it's the process. That's why this formula was only used to give the people a head start because all I'm seeing, there are no solutions. There are no solutions. So there's no solutions. There's no guide. I mean, there's guidebooks out here. There's research out here. But let's face it, there are lazy learners out here. People don't people don't take they want to stop at Google. They don't want to do their research, right? They don't want to go a step and beyond and go to seminars. Oh, I don't have time. I got to work my schedule. I got to work. I got to do this. I got to work. Oh, I got to work today. I'm working overtime. I'm working on the weekend. By the time you get home, by the time you really want to get serious, you're tired. And all I'm basically saying, I think me and you, that's what we agree and we disagree at. And I agree with you, brother. All my brother is saying is that in order to you can chase the check to get to freedom, right? Because the ultimate goal is to get to freedom. All I'm basically saying is that we have to find a solution to get there. And I think if people focus on what you just said, along with what I just said, right? Far as building the foundation, learning the fundamentals, so that you can be able, not only you and your family can be able to live the figures. And when those figures start saying zero, 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 then I think you have completed your full journey of the label and the lender process. That's all I'm saying. Now, I close it out by giving you an example of what I meant when I'm saying that, because I know people they probably say, "What is he talking about?" Well, he just said something about time management. He got to be one of the craziest people out there for saying, there's no such thing as time management. All I'm basically saying, I'm just trying to get people, wake the people up to let them know that we got to put money in a place. We got to put our money in a place where it can work for us long term. And this is an example of what I'm saying. Let's say we got a man. Let's say he got two girls at the house. He's a father of two young daughters, probably 7 and 5, right? And all he's doing is just working, working, working. He worked 2 years straight, right? Now he done missed cheerleading practice. He done missed daddy's who knows, daddy
That
cookie,
the
daddy.
little girl dance for
Right, right, right,
fathers.
right.
Yeah.
He missing all these as a responsibility as a father because he's working,
Hmm.
right? But he's still building the foundation. He's still learning the fundamentals, right? And then one day he just quit his job.
Okay.
Now he's at home. He's not working. Now he's at home, being a dad,
Hmm.
spending time with his family, and living the figures. To me, that's free because, as I mentioned, you're doing what you want to do as long as you want without anybody or anything holding you back. That's just in a small example. Now, we can go on and talk about big examples, but that's just a small example of what it takes for people and the structure that people should go, because you and I got a voice. We got to let the people know to stop chasing the check. 72%, that's a problem. 72% of the working class people are living paycheck to paycheck, and they don't own anything. So let's work on that. I agree with what you said, and that's my take on really chasing the check or chasing freedom.
Okay. All right. I just want to go back to that example that you illustrated with the father. Maybe his purpose was to become a better father. His passion probably was to, be there for his daughters as much as he can be. But I always just feel that the profit will always come back into it because sometimes with the daughters, well, father, I need lunch money. And he was able to provide from when he was working, working, working. But I believe we on the same wavelength. Don't kill yourself for the revenue. Don't kill yourself for the money. Structure your time Because as much as you need the money, you need your family as well. So we just want to make sure we put that out there as well. Um, passion plus purpose equals profit. My brother, use those 3 F's again.
Foundation, fundamentals, and figures.
Basically, we're saying the same thing. But the key word is consistent. If you're consistent, you will gain the revenue, which will equal to freedom. My brother, you got anything else you need to say?
I am Shaq. We are why.
Because we are why not. Please like, subscribe, comment below. Let us give your opinion on how you feel. Are you chasing the check or are you chasing freedom? We are why because we are why not.
Why? Because we are why not.